Alright guys, I am here to do a tutorial on how to tie your waist beads that are double string. So there are two strings if you look at it. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys how to tie the double string. So first thing you need to do is move your beads from one end to the other so that you have space on both sides of them. So it'll be easier to move your beads when you come tie it. Your beads should come like this with all the beads slid to one end. So all you'll have to do is just take them and move them around so you have string on both ends. The beads are cold when you first put them on your body. So please be prepared for cold beads, okay? So once you move it around, you have space on both sides. Make sure that you already have some scissors, some tweezers, some super glue, and tweezers if you can't grab the string. I have nails, so I use tweezers, and then a bowl, or you can use the bag that I sent the beads in to put your beads in there. So what I do is I just take the beads, cross them, put them where I want them to lay on my body. Please make sure that you don't have them over a shirt, shorts, anything that you want your beads to be touching your skin, and you need to place them where you want them to lay on your body. So I'm getting ready to put on a set of 3. So this is going to be my bottom one. So I'm going to probably put it a little bit under my belly button right here. So I have it where I want it. First thing I'm going to do is move beads on one end of the string, and then move beads on the other end of the string. So I did that, and it's still too many beads. So all I'm going to do is just move a couple of beads around, slide into the end of the string, and they should be where you at. Usually I tell everybody to kind of push your stomach out. That way days that you are bloated, it's not too tight on you. Also remember that if you are bloated, your beads will more than likely just rise up, and then once you go back unbloated, your beads will rise down. So you will notice that your beads won't sit in the exact same spot every time. So I have where I want mine to lay, and I'm comfortable with it. So all I'm going to do is just take one string, tie a regular knot, pull it. Don't pull it too tight that the beads overlap. If you can see, they are just overlapping each other, touching. Make sure that you push your beads all towards the back of your string so that you don't have any pinching. Because if you have pinching, what it'll do is pinch your stomach and back hairs, and that does hurt, okay? So I made my first knot. Pull it. You don't have to make it a perfect knot just yet. Go ahead and make that second knot. So what I like to do is I like to pull the inside knot first and then pull out that top knot to make sure that my beads are tight. So pull, pull, pull. Like I said, I like to use my nails to make sure that all my beads are tight, and then you just pull it together, okay? That's how it is. And yeah, so if I push up something out, they have space to roll up and down, but they still sit pretty good to where I want them, okay? So after you make that first knot, you're pretty much just gonna go back and forth and just make knot after knot. I make another knot in the front, and I pull it, and then I take one of the strings and leave it up and pull the other one behind it, and I make another knot. I like to make a bunch of knots just to make sure that it is safe and that I don't have to worry about any beading. Again, I took that string, looped it back behind the waist bead, pulled another knot. So at this point, I usually go ahead and just put a drop of super glue on there while it's still tied together. And I let that super glue dry. And then once the super glue is dry, I just go in and cut it off. You can cut the string, like you can go ahead and just cut it at the beads where the beads are. And that way you can have 2 strings and then make knots that way. I do that sometimes. It really just depends. But yeah, so the reason for the double string is just to make it tighter for you, and then if you want more security on top of the super glue, you can just cut the beads off at the ends of the string and then use those strings to make more knots, and then just cut it off, and I'll probably drop another drop of glue on there. But yeah, that is how you tie your waist bead. Good luck.